If you are the type of person who wants to win in the lottery, then this video is not for you. But if you are the type of person who wants to earn lottery level wealth and grow the type of character needed to sustain that kind of money and to develop it and to bring it up to the end of your life and even beyond that, then I made this video just for you. So keep watching. Just a little bit of a backstory how I got to this idea. We were having lunch with this landlord of my friend, and then we just were driving out of the property, and then they said, okay, do you see that beachfront? Yeah, that's theirs also, and it's currently worth 360 million pesos. And I've almost never heard this kind of money being said so casually in my lifetime. Sobrang laki ng amount, diba? If you're just like a casual, average Filipino. So it was surprising to say the least. And then, so we started joking around na, oh, taya ka na sa loto and this and that. And ate, taya ka na sa loto, they said to my wife. And then at that moment, out of nowhere, I just blurted out, I said, well, she already won the lottery when she married me. And that was surprising to say. So, syempre, di ba, medyo may pagkamayabang yung pagkasabi. Pero, syempre, binawi ko agad and I said, at least, that's the kind of husband that I aspire to be. And that resonated with me. Naisip ko na parang, you know, how can I become that partner wherein my wife feels like she has won the lottery every single day. Like, literally, in terms of financial earnings and like just the overall experience of being my wife. And so that's where the idea came from na it doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, you win something just automatically transforms your life. No, you earn it and you aspire to become something. And so this is the idea for today's video. There are 5 signs na if no papunta ka na dun sa lottery level wealth. And I based this idea off of Stephen Bartlett, the Diary of a CEO host. He's one of the most up and coming entrepreneurs right now, and he's really killing it in the online space. And so I based this from his 5 buckets model, and he's refined it to like 5 layers. And so you'll see in this video. And of course, my experience 5 years into being a financial advisor, every person I've met and worked with, and what my observations are. So these are the 5 signs that you're on your way to making this kind of money, earning this kind of lottery level wealth. And 5 things no, that I wish I had known in my 20s. So let's get right into it. Level 1 is knowledge, building knowledge. If you are pouring your energy into building knowledge, and this answers the question, what and where, what do I need to do? Where can I find it? The best way, one of the best ways to do this is by reading books by successful people who have already done the work, because books carry this level of very distilled knowledge. So it's very potent and powerful. And then it's also structured in a way so you don't have to make all those mistakes. You just have to read the book and learn. And then, okay, I have the knowledge. But of course, obviously, knowledge is not enough. You have to apply it into the practical. And this is the next kind of source of knowledge, which like it's a deeper form of knowledge wherein it's like practical and applied, wherein you're actually doing the thing. Whether it be the informal sector wherein you're, you know, a street vendor or an online seller or all these kinds of informal work like selling in the market, and to the formal sector wherein like traditionally speaking, this would be like the doctors, the lawyers, the engineers. Pero meron pa ibang areas, guys, na pwede nyo ma-develop, such as public speaking, copywriting, software, coding. The online world right now, there's so many opportunities right now that you can get into. Pero guys, that's the first level, knowledge, building your knowledge. Second level, or level number 2, is your skills. So notice medyo separate yung knowledge saka yung skills, kasi the skills is a bit more concerned about how you do it. How well do you do it? And you're now focusing on the process and making sure that it's producing a very beautiful product, whether that be a product or a service. you are also concerned about the processes. So it's not just the knowledge, but also how you're delivering it. So that's the hard skill. Like you're really great at what you do and people pay you for it. There's also soft skills wherein you are also concerned about the overall experience, and this has to do a little bit about communicating expectations early, meeting them, and having like updates, regular updates, and to the end, like a word of gratitude, a word of encouragement, things like that. These are all little soft skills that you can also develop, but that's level number 2, wherein you are now building your skills. So on top of your knowledge, you're building skills. Level number 3 is now your relationships. So your relationships, of course, they have to deal with who. Who do you serve? It's not just what you do, but who you serve. The same skill, the same passion and energy that you're putting in, but different person. One person, they cannot appreciate because they don't know how to use that kind of skill or service that you're giving them. But another person, they find so much value in it and they have the money to pay for it. So who do you think can pay you more? Obviously, the one who sees the value in it, right? Yeah, it's not just what you do, but who you serve. And this means sincerely caring about other people without being a people pleaser. So you're being pleasant to deal with, you're being like you're great to work with, but you're not necessarily just doing it to get this false sense of acceptance from other people. Because that's another route na it's gonna just, instead of people actually liking you because you're a people pleaser, now they like you less. That's another life lesson. And another thing with relationships is the know, like, trust. You need to build that. They know you and they know what you do. They like you. They like working with you, and they trust you. Meaning that there is a level of like, okay, I know that you will do it. If I release it in your hands, you will deliver it. You will come back to me with a successful result. And that's the foundation of all relationships, like the trustworthiness of a person. And so you want to pour in more energy into building that know, like, trust ability of yours. And then another point on relationships is the 3 layers. Like you have to be in a community or communities wherein you have a mentor, somebody who's ahead of you, somebody who's done the thing that you're trying to build already. Like let's say you're trying to build a 1 million business. Okay, for example, that's the mountain you're trying to climb right now. Your total revenue for 1 year will reach 1 million pesos. That's the mountain you're trying to climb. So you need to be mentored by somebody who has actually done that already, somebody who's ahead of you. That's the first level. Next, you have to have like colleagues. So this adage that you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most. So if you can kind of scope out who you're hanging out with, are they in that same journey? Are they encouraging, inspiring, sharpening you also in this journey? So that's the next level. And then the third level is somebody who's behind you in a sense in the journey, somebody you can contribute to and help and mentor and also bring up. And these 3 layers, these 3 levels are so important in the journey of your relationships and in this journey of building this lottery level wealth. Lottery level lifetime wealth. O, diba? Parang haba nun, pero that's the point. Okay, sign number 4 or level 4 is resources. Ito naman guys is pinaka-basic idea is land and monetary resources. So buying property or leasing a property and being able to raise up the funds needed to create a business. And the earlier levels, knowledge, skills, and relationships will bring you more resources. Because naturally, people trust you, diba? They like you, they want to work with you, so they will give you more resources. So you can now gather resources and build it up. And the last idea I want to share on resources is seeing money as energy. You think money is a piece of paper, you can buy this and that with it. It's like, it's a symbol of being rich or whatever. But guys, one thing, baka hindi nyo pa alam, money is energy. And if you see it that way, then you can kind of see how to create more of it as well. It's a representation of human energy. And, so essentially, if you do something, a task, right, for somebody, then they exchange it with some money. So that's an exchange of energy. Like they would They would appreciate the work done by, okay, here's some energy, and then you can use it to to navigate the elements and the challenges of life. And now, if as you can see, if you create something like, for example, a simple example is a laundry shop, it saves people the energy. So they will, in exchange, pay you for that. They will give you energy in the form of money so you can utilize it somewhere else. Your bank account is a conduit of energy. The amount in your bank account is a symbol of the energy that you have created so far. And how are you going to utilize that? How are you going to multiply it somewhere else? Well, there's a few things that you can do. You can invest it, you can buy paper assets, buy stocks, buy UITFs, buy some land, buy some property. Those are the starting ways, but you can invest it also in like creating an actual business that serves your community, or you can invest the money in developing yourself, creating the ability to produce wealth. I talk about this a lot. Of course, you're listening to the ATP Wealth Podcast, by the way. So that's another thing that I share. But yeah, money as energy. Parang either kuryente or tubig. Isipin mo na ganun din ang pera. Like dumadaloy siya like water. If you do not take care of it, it will tutulo yan siya, magfo-flow, masasayang yung pera. But if you have a strong container for it, you are very meticulous with how you handle your money, and you know exactly where it's going, you're giving it the right orders, then yeah, you're utilizing that energy well. Sa kurente naman, 'di ba, kung aksaya ka sa pera or aksaya ka, pataka ka lang sa mga accessories mo and everything. So lalaki yung bill mo, and it's the same with money. If you cannot manage or handle that energy, then you will lose it. But if you know how to handle it and you know how to build it up, you know how to take care of it, and you know what the purpose of it is, you know that it's supposed to build up the common good. If you have that perspective now na hindi lang sarili mong iniisip mo, pero yung common good ng family mo, common good ng mga friends mo, common good ng community mo, common good ng even like to the national level, to the country level, if you are looking at it that way na itong mga resources na ito, part of it is, yes, to help me, to sustain me, my basic needs and my family. Pero at the same time, ang use nito is to build the common good for everyone, for my community. If you start looking at it that way, then I tell you, it will start building up, because people will pay. People will give you in exchange. If you're serving them, then they will be glad to exchange a little bit of their own energy as well. Diba? Salamat kasi natulungan mo ako. Ganun lang yun. It's a simple way of looking at things. So money is energy. I wanted to share that in this video. So last level is level 5, wherein it's your reputation. So it's built on top of these things, wherein reputation is what people remember you for, diba? Kung sabi nila, oh, ito si Mon, oh, sabihin ko na lang, ito yung gusto ko na okay, he's trustworthy, he's skillful, he knows what he's doing, he's good to hang out with, gaan kasama, ganyan. So, yun ang mga parang gusto ko na parang reputation ko, diba? Or one of a few of the words that I would like people to say of me. It's not necessarily what it is, diba? Meron naman siguro talaga ibang tao na they don't like you, pero ganun lang talaga yun. Like, you can't please everyone, and that's okay also. Pero kung parang talagang maraming tao ang ayaw sa'yo because marami kang nagawa na hindi mabuti sa kanila, meron na rin siguro ikaw dapat baguhin, di ba? Parang hindi naman din yun yung normal level na merong ibang tao na, okay, you just can't please everyone, can you? So, what I'm trying to say is, there is a certain story that people know and remember of you, and they have this story written in their minds about you. Oh yeah, yan, yung friend ko na yan, like, galing siya dito siya nag-aral, tapos may nangyari sa kanya ganyan, tapos na-overcome niya yon, tapos ito na siya ngayon. Okay, they have this story of you. But that story, if you allow it to keep perpetuating, is that the story na gusto mo for the rest of your life? Or are you today writing that story? Are you consciously and meticulously writing that story today and for the rest of your life? Are you going to let other people write it for you, or are you going to write it yourself? We have to create our own slice of heaven, if I may. And so the pen is in your hands. all these 5 layers contribute to your ability to produce wealth. It really builds up on top of one another. Sometimes you can pour into the highest level. It's interchangeable, but the awareness that you have now na ito pala yung these are the basic things that I need to focus on to develop this lottery level kind of wealth, and this yung parang ganun talaga na level of quality. Kaya ko pala to sa buhay ko. I would encourage you na to believe that about yourself, na to accept it as true. Na it may not be true right now, like 100% true right now, na it's not reality, but you can aspire and you can aim for that. You can pour your efforts towards that direction. That is true. That can be true right now. And I hope that somebody, one of you listening, watching this video, maybe more than one, plenty, most of us, all of us, no, kung pwede lang talaga, that you can build that lottery level wealth, earn it, and grow your character to a level that you can take care of it for the rest of your life, and even beyond your life. Your children and your children's children will benefit from what the work you've done and the values that you will pass on to them. And I hope that, those are, I'm not sure if that's what you were expecting in this video. Probably not. Pero this is really the message that's in my heart right now, and I wanted to share it with you. If you got something out of this concept, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you vibe with, what you resonate with, and if it was helpful for you. I would super appreciate it if you let me know in the comments. Anyway, guys, that's the video for today. I hope somehow you feel like you've won the lottery already. Like I have, when I got this idea, I really felt so encouraged and inspired. So I hope that somehow I passed that on to you here today. But that's it for today. I'll see you on the next video.